What's up, nerds? MaceBlade here. So what we're going to do today is go over a couple basic builds when you're building your base, because I know there's a lot of things that some people are struggling with, support beams, etc. So we are going to jump into it. Right here we have a base that is 4 by 4 with a 2 by 2 off of it. So you can see it's 4 wide and it's 4 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's also got a kick out 2 by 2. So essentially across the back you're looking at a 6 across the back all the way, and then a 4 over here. So a lot of what struggles are going to be is knowing where to put your support beams and how to tie it all in. Now, one thing I will tell you is when you're building, each foundation has 4 lock points. So this foundation here has 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what you'll see is when you get close to another one, it switches between 2. And the reason being is because now this one has 4 and they're right side by side. So in order to get a 2 beam to fit across here, it has to be exactly 2. So this one will not work because it's on the third one. It's on this. It has to be on the second one. But we're going to skip that and we're going to go to a 4 beam because that's how wide this is. So there's a complete 4 beam there. Now we select our 4 beam and it will lock in just like that. Okay, and we're going to do our 4 by 4 square first. So there's that. Now you see how it goes. The easy way to do this, if you're having troubles lining it up, easiest way to do this is to look here and watch it toggle. Now we know our 4 by 4 square is on the left, so we'll place it on the left. However, because we have a 2 by 2 kick out, we may as well place one on that side as well. Now this one here, we essentially do not need one in the middle, but it really doesn't matter because you're not going to be using this little space here anyway. So you may as well just put one there and then put one there, just because we have to have something to build the walls off of. So and I mean, you might as well put one there, or you could just do one or the other. It doesn't matter, but that kind of looks better. It looks like a, you know, a beam all the way around. So, and then we do our 2 by 2 over here. And now we got our 2 beam. So we need that there. Need that there. That's for a roof, for our roofs to fasten across. We can put a 2 here and leave this whole center section open. It's up to you, or you can do a 4 beam all the way across it. So we'll just do a 2, just because it really doesn't matter here. Now you have to put that one on the inside, otherwise it'll actually, no you don't, but we're going to put it in here anyway just because it'll line up better and it looks less shitty if you only have 1 beam going across. Now for the back wall, we put our 4 beam in. Side wall, we put our last 4 beam in. Okay, now this is going to be our basic beam structure. So this is what you're going to be looking at here. Now, depending on the style roof you go, I'll show you the 2 different ones on the basic sides. You got a 45-degree thatch. Well, you got a 45-degree roof either way. We'll put that one there, and we'll put, well, I'll just line it all up. I know a lot of people are going with these hip style looking roofs, which is all good and fine and dandy, but I prefer eaves myself. You get more space out of them, because now with your hip is you have to come in to place your next beam. So I will show you what I mean. I don't need that one there. That was a mistake. So because you're doing a hip style, your next roof is going to be right here in line with this. Now you cannot attach it to it. You see how it's red? It's because there's no support beams. Now you can take and run a center support beam all the way up right here, which is why, you know, I chose to go where I went. But well, actually you cannot run it there because of the angle of the roof. You see how it kicks out like that? It would stick out in no man's land. So what you have to do is you have to put another one in here. Now look up at your roof at where it ends, and you want to drop it right as close to the side of it as possible. So we're going to go here. So you can see it toggle. You know the one roof is going to end there because it only covers one square. So we go to the next square. Place that one there. They have to do on the adjacent side. So now we got two there, and I'll put a 4 beam across it. And now we can take and put this here. Now you're going to see it's going to snap. Now outside roof, inside roof, outside roof, inside roof. And that's where you want it. Okay. Now you're going to also look here and see that it's completely covered by the roof. So you can set up the same thing here. Outside roof, inside roof. Outside, inside. You want to be inside. Stick a 2 beam up there, stick a 2 beam up there, stick a 2 beam up there, and up there. Now you have your basic structure. So now your next roof can set right on this beam once you build it. So you'll end up with a pyramid looking top, and then this one here is going to be an inside corner or whatever. These ones here, because they're 45 and it's only 2 squares, 45 will bring you inside to one, 45 will bring you inside to the other one. So they will line up. They will literally line up. I'll show you. See how the peak lines up? Now you don't need a beam there. That will build, obviously, because it turned green. I obviously screwed this up again because it's supposed to be, you know, your hip style corner here, but it was just to show you that it would line up. So there's your hip style, and then you get your inside hip, or your inside corner rather, which is this one here, and that one lines up now. And stepping outside, you'll see how it all lines up. And you're going to see that it's all supported. So now your pyramid will go on top. It'll be just 4 of these, you know, connection angles. It'll just be 4 of those right in the corners, and they will all line up in the center. It'll come to a point. And then your back is done. Now, if you decide that you want to go with you know, an eaves side. Now, keep in mind that that's your height right there. That's your maximum height. You can run a ceiling panel. I can hear him, yeah. You can run a ceiling panel right here and go all the way across, but you're going to be at a sloped, angled roof. So, you know, if you want to hide something up there, that's on your own. But now, keep in mind that when you run your beams, you can go off of both sides with a ceiling. So because your beams are so within one panel of each other, you don't need a center one to connect to it, because it's going to actually connect to your beams here. So that's how you get your second floor. Now you can build your stairs, come up over here at an angle, go inside, yada yada yada, however you want to do it. You know, it's all up to you. Add your second floor. You can leave it wide open if you want to. That's also up to you. Then we're going to get rid of all this. And we're going to show you. It's just easier just to destroy these than it is to go through and destroy the roof and every piece. That's the other thing too, is with the other ones, I'll show you if they didn't come down already. Ah, shit, I already took them down. Let me do something here. Now let's say you wanted to add on addition. Okay, we got your inside, outside. Oh, that one's already there. Perfect.
So he's just as old as my daughter. My daughter just turned 10.
All right, so you got your roof there. Okay, now because you have that center beam up there, you can technically destroy this one here, and your roof should stay. So if you wanted to put an addition to come out this way, now you can build a whole, you can add whatever pillars you need to. You can go a 2x2, you know, and then build your addition out here, and, you know, basically make that thing off the other side. And then you can re-add a beam in here, but that will not come down, and your top one will not come down either. They'll all be still stable, because this one's connected to that one, and those two are connected to that center beam. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's see. Like let's say for shits and giggles, we just want to go that big. That's it.
Yeah, we live by Canada. We could drive to Canada.
Oops. Okay, now we put a singular in here. Put a singular in there.
Where do you guys live in?
Singular there. A double in the back. And now you're ready to basically do your roof. You come up here, do your 45.
Me and Mike are going to leave our kids home and we're going to come visit you guys. Thanks.
Actually, kind of keep it symmetrical. The snapping can be kind of funky in this game. Yeah, I knew that. It wasn't going to freaking work. What the hell? Alright. I might have to do the inside one first. Oh, you know what? What's going on? I never destroyed this part. I'll punch it down apparently. But that's how you do a simple addition onto that.
What?
So you can see that, you know, just keeping the beams and stuff. Then you come inside here and you can see how your roof is and everything like that. You can build a ceiling over top of that. You know, a lot of it has a lot to do with just snapping, just making things snap together, you know. But that's that, you know, and there's no center beams. There's nothing in your way. You still have a 4x6 area to work in. You take that, put it wherever the hell you want to, you know. And then you got, you know, just ones like this too, you know, and I can go through and set this whole thing up for you so you can see exactly. This is just basically a 4x4 square with a 2x2 off the front and back. So you just, obviously, first thing you want to do is you want to put your main, you want to break it off into your main,
You have Oreos?
shit. Break it off into your main squares. You know, you're going to say, okay, well, I got a 4x4, so let's get the 4x4 constructed. And then we can go off of that. Now we got our 2x2,
Yep. Tastes like cheesecake.
or 2x1 rather. So
Cheesecake.
these ones here, you technically don't need right now, but you'll need them later on when you go to build your roof, possibly.
I'm gonna get like go.
But the best part about using 4x4 beams is that you can take this beam out now, and it's not going to interfere with your beam that you put up originally. Where over here, if you do the 2x, as soon as you take that beam out, or that center column out, then you could collapse your entire roof if you're not paying attention. Single, single, double. You don't need a double in there. You know, and I don't know what kind of designs you want to go for, what kind of designs you want to go with, but essentially you can go with pretty much anything. Like I think a cool looking roof for this one would be probably valley with a, or a kind of a combination of a hip and a, you fucker.
I wanted to punch him. Alright, I'm gonna go get this little
With a
dog.
combination of a, you son of a bitch. Combination of a eave side. Forgot what I was doing. And the snapping, again, can be a pain right in the ass, but once you get it, it's pretty good. It's pretty easy to understand. Okay, now that's going to be your reverse gable. So you can either run sloped roofs off this side, like that, or you can run it's not going to let me place it because I got too much shit in the way. Stuck on something. It won't let me turn sideways. You know, so that's basically what that's going to look like. You know, you got your little, you know, spit out here or whatever, and or you can run it with all eaves. You know, this like this way here. So you have just straight flat roofs, and the best part about that is that you'll utilize this entire wall here. You don't have another angle coming in, so you'll just have a straight wall with a straight ceiling there. Again, with this one, you will need the, if you run 45s, you know, the 45-degree roofs, you will need your support beams. So you will need these in here. We gotta go on the inside. And this one here. Inside. You know, basically it's going to be a rinse and repeat of what's over there. Where did I put it? I don't even think I put it anywhere. I could have swore I put that one there. Yeah, but then you build up right here. This one here, you don't need it, but you kind of got to put it in there if you're going to run different style roofs like that, because otherwise it won't hold it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right. It won't be a 4. That'll be, yeah, I have to add another one because that's technically only 3. So I can go, I could go here, just do a 2 and a 2 and a 1. Okay, now that's going to support that roof. I know it's getting dark here. My apologies. I'll pause this here in a minute and continue on when it's daylight. And I'll do a different style roof over on this side. Welcome back, nerds. We just got up from our nap. So what we're going to do now is we are going to work on the 20-degree roofs opposed to the 45 degrees. And we're going to do a, not going to do a hip, we're going to do just, a regular eave roof. Now the only problem with the 20 degrees is that you lose space. Simply because, we're going to have to build this because I'm getting sick of trying to look through it. You can just hit F and it'll autofill this, but what I'm using right now, I cannot do that. I could, I just don't want to.
Before that storm comes in. There's one right here too. Shit, there's people on us.
This is just a tutorial video on building. This is not an actual game that I have saved or played. Okay, now that that's out of the way. Alright, so with the 20 degrees, you lose space simply because of the fact that you cannot have an upstairs with a 20 degree. So a 20 degree is something you'd use if you build 2 stories tall and then want to put a roof on. Because like a 40 degrees still cuts, 45 degrees still cuts off a little bit, but you can utilize some space where, a 20 degree you can't. So let's imagine that this is our actual second floor. And then this is going to be our ceiling for our second floor. And you can see it does not want to snap. It's just, sometimes it's just a matter of where you put your...
I like how they tell us this after Torrin has been to school.
What?
They just sent out an email talking about a security concern about a kid who threatened the school, the Mexico Middle School. And they had to conduct an investigation of his home. But they tell you, and this happened.
So with a 20 degree roof, you have to use the shorter ones. As you can see, it doesn't go through it. And you have to be, again, on the inside. So 1, 2, inside. And then we're going to leave those there because it'll work to it anyway. And you could essentially run 2 different roof styles if you really wanted to. I don't know why you'd want to get so complicated, but you can. And then you run a, what is this? Should be a 4-beam. That should be a 4-beam. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I think I hit it in the wrong spot. That's why. No, what the hell's going on there? Oh, that's not a 4-beam. That's 1, 2, yeah, it is 4 beams. Oh, because of that roof, because this is, I have 2 different style roofs. Gotcha. I'd have to go up to that beam. So we're gonna put that there for now. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Um, so we wouldn't be on this one because that's only on the third. We'd have to be way over here on the fourth. So let's just pretend that that's not there. Okay, now there's your next roof, upper. So when you grab your 20°, you can build on top of that. And then they combine in the center. Now if you wanted to, you could just run a center one. You'd have to get, I believe a full beam is too tall. Yeah, a full beam is too tall, so it'd stick through your roof. That's why I recommend going the little ones on the just on the edge of, of the other ones. And there's your, now this would be the roof to your upstairs. Just to have a little bit of a buffer or whatever. It's going to look weird from the outside because we got two different style roofs because I was just showing you the snapping techniques and whatnot. And the cool thing with these is you could put eaves on them, so you just get a 20° eave and it sticks out over top of, your wall so it doesn't look like it's just a plain flat wall. He did a really good job with it. I really liked it, so. But yeah, so that's basically building and snapping. I will make another video tutorial on, the best setups for, gardening, greenhouses, and, water culture. Maybe setting up your water stations, your water tanks, your, drilling a well, solar panel substations, etc. I will make another tutorial a little bit later on about that. But if you found this helpful, I appreciate if you like and subscribe. If not, that's fine too. I don't feel you have to, but yeah. All right. Peace out, nerds. Have a good day.